a friend of the show, Snacks. I mean, poor Snacks. And also, you have to understand the relationship that Harrison has with Odell. He's a big brother to him. They are very, very good friends. Odell is very, very talented and definitely one of the most talented wide receivers. But we're such a prisoner of right now. I have to give you kind of a history lesson of some of the wide receivers. And I probably have to go, I'd have to mention 25 of those in the Hall of Fame because those are the best receivers that have ever played the game. And amongst them were some tremendous athletes. I could go back and talk about Lance Allworth, how fast he was. I could talk about Raymond Berry, his ability to catch the ball and run. There's some, but I'll just stay with some people that the fans would know.
More contemporary guys.
Yeah, James Lofton at 6'4" and run the 4.3 was one of the most talented receivers. Ran great routes, great after the catch. So that was in the late 80s to the 90s. Who else did we have after that? I'll leave Jerry Rice off to the side. Michael Irvin, tremendous athlete. Because we're not just talking about best receiver. Michael Irvin, tremendous athlete. We graduated from the same year in high school. He was at St. Thomas Aquinas in Fort Lauderdale. I was at Middletown High School in Middletown, Ohio. We were USA Today high school All-Americans. Keith Jackson was the tight end on that team. So we've seen a lot of great wide receivers. Even before that, I'll go to the ballerina with the Pittsburgh Steelers and Lynn Swann. Definitely one of the most talented wide receivers we had ever seen. And probably him and Randy Moss play the game off the ground as good as we've ever seen it. Well, people are like, what is that? Well, yards after the catch, that's when you catch it and you run after it. Off the ground is when you are in the air. How good are you in the air? And to me, Lynn Swann was a person who I modeled my game after. Randy Moss was excellent at that. So that would bring us to where we are right now. Odell Beckham, is he the most talented? Randy Moss is the most talented. I've gone on record as saying the most talented wide receiver I've ever seen. Now, I've been very, very fortunate. I played in the era with the GOAT, and this is no disrespect to Jerry Rice, because there is a talent to getting up every day and working at your craft.
Right.
Jerry Rice is the best route runner that we've ever seen, the consummate pro. He can run any route on the route tree. He can run short. He can run intermediate. He can go deep. Jerry Rice can also play any position on the field. He can play to the strong side. He can play to the weak side. He could play in the slot. He had a great football mind. So Jerry Rice is the greatest receiver ever, and he was one of the most talented. People talk about, well, his overall breakaway speed. Well, watch him when the tape is on. Watch him when people are chasing him. He is as fast as anyone else that we've ever seen playing the game. But the most talented wide receiver that we have seen is Randy Moss. Now, there's some guys who had a lot of talent. They don't get the notice. That is a guy like Andre Rison, tremendous football player, explosion, route running, releases off the line of scrimmage. Sterling Sharp, Shannon's brother.
Yeah.
Man, he was a bad dude. If he didn't hurt his neck, he'd be in the Hall of Fame. Still potentially could make the Hall of Fame. Very, very talented. Great runner after Kent. Huge hands, strong hands. Now, these are the most talented wide receivers that I've encountered, and I'm not even going to go to guys who are a little bit less in age. And Calvin Johnson, #1, and Larry Fitzgerald, who I've spent a lot of time with since he was 14 years old, working with him, who's also very, very talented.